Hey guys, welcome to our Saturday night thrift haul. We go live every Saturday night at 8:30 Mountain Time to show you what we've been thrifting. We tell you what we paid for and what we're going to sell it for and what, if anything, we're going to do to give it a makeover. Now, some things I have the price has been ripped off and I have no idea. So I apologize in advance. We've had a few people comment and they're like, you didn't tell the price. Sometimes I have to take the price tag off and then they don't go on neatly and I don't remember everything.
Well, they're all cut in little pieces. And so when you're peeling them off so that you can take a good picture without like a tag right in the very center of the clock or something like that. Because the thrift stores, they like to put the tags in the worst places.
Yeah. Not great spots.
And we can't get it back on and we forget, or I mean, I know we could write it down, but we're probably not going to remember.
The good news is all you have to do is watch the videos from this week, which are mildly entertaining. And you can see us thrift not once, not twice, but 3 times and see all the pricing. We went thrifting a ton this week because we had 2 product releases. We had JRV paper and our line of bespoke milk paint with Sweet Pickins that just came out. And we just didn't have the things we wanted to paint for those videos. So we just wound up thrifting over and over and over again. So lots of thrifting.
Yes.
Goodwill, Deseret Industries. It was all good. If you want to shop along, it's on JamieRayVintage.com under thrift flips and thrift finds. Everything is live now. It goes live about 5 minutes before we go live. And so people are already shopping. So if you see something you like, don't wait, check it out and see if it's on there. Caitlin's going to drop links in here. And then, let's get going. Vicky says, look at all those clocks. Look at these clocks.
Let's show some clocks here. All right, this one. It says Paris on it, 1895 or 1885. I like the face. I'm debating on whether to repaint the red or not.
No, I didn't put that.
I didn't put that we did, but if it doesn't sell, I probably will give it a repaint.
Cortrina says that's her red clock. Step away.
All right. Well, we found it. I think it was $5.
We put in there and it did not. We actually lowered the price because that broke the glass. It says in the listing it does not have the glass in it.
Yeah.
And that is why. Still totally functional.
So it's $22.95.
Yeah, instead of $29.95.
Okay.
All right. Let's
Clock
see.
number 1 out of the way. Clock number 2.
If you don't watch Sesame Street, you won't get the count.
All right. This one, also leaving the face alone, got an Eiffel Tower on there and what looks like old newspaper on the back. And it was $3. We're selling it for $14.95. We're leaving it black because I feel like it's got like a wrought iron feel. The black is fine on there. And it only has 2 legs on the front and it just leans back on those legs. And then this clock here, we're going to get all the clocks out of the way. $5. I also like London Standard Time. All these clocks have pretty good faces. And this is glass. Sometimes they come in plastic and that scratches so easily. But $5 at the thrift store, selling it for $19.95, leaving this one alone as well. This guy here, I can't remember. Did I say if I was going to repaint this one or not?
No, I don't think so.
Also $5.
Maybe. I don't remember.
By the time I was listing, I'm like, I'm not painting anything because we painted so much this week. There's so many things. All right, this one here, let me straighten up the face.
The last few weeks, we've been in a little sweatshop. And guess what? We have a lot that does need to be painted this week. So it's going to be another sweatshop this week, which is all right because we have lots of fun stuff. We've got the new milk paint. We've got new IOD coming out on Thursday. So we have lots of fun stuff to work with.
All right, so this one is $39.95. This one's kind of special. It's really tall. I've not seen this exact shape before. And it's a glass face, but it's domed. So
it's not going to be painted.
Yeah, Henry DuPont is what it says on there. And it's got some French address I'm not going to try to say.
It's 60. Rue is the street. I could probably translate a little. Let me see what it says. Rue de English Paris. That's weird. So English Paris.
No, there's no N in there.
What?
It's just EG.
Yeah, English.
Okay.
I think it's English Paris.
$39.95. I think that's all the clocks. I think.
Until you find another one. All right, next up, these were a really cool deal. They were all packaged in basically like an inner pack. So if anybody does retail wholesale, you know that you have inner packs, meaning you buy 3 or you buy 6 at a time. This was in an inner pack of 6 for $1.50. These are brand new Bo Bunny snowflake stamps. We're selling them for $7.95 each.
We have 6 of them.
Anytime you can find something like this at the thrift store, Remember the time we bought those little memories letter rub-on transfers, and there was like a whole bunch in one little box for like $2.
Yep.
Like they're good money. I mean, obviously you're not gonna make $1 million, but $1.50, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times $7.95. That's a good profit, and I think that some people pass on this kind of stuff because it's not vintage or antique. But if you've got crafty friends, which we do, you don't want to pass on them.
And they're good little snowflake stamps. We're moving past Snowflake, although Redrick and I got snowed on all night, but we weren't really snowed on. We were down inside a cave. We were at the lava tubes, camping with the young men youth. So boys at church from 12 to 18 years old. Anyway, went camping, snowed, and then we went to the hot pots or the hot springs. That were only like 15 minutes away from that, and it was like snow everywhere, and it was like water was probably 85 to 90 degrees in the hot pots, so it was great.
Kim says everything she wanted sold. Sorry, Kim.
Oh man, Kim.
Maybe you just need to look through multiple pages, because we got like 50 pages of thrift haul, so maybe there's something from an old haul that like strikes your fancy. I'm always surprised at the things. I'm like, man, we bought that like 2 years ago. Like somebody had to dig deep to find it.
Yeah, people buy things and I'm like, I don't even know how they found that. Like I probably couldn't have found it on the website.
I mean, it just goes to show that, like, you know, you're just waiting for the right person sometimes.
All right, galvanized tin with this is also galvanized pipe.
Somebody soldered the edges. They did a good job. It's homemade. It was $1.50.
It's been put together with like electrical conduit fittings. This is conduit on this galvanized pipe.
Very industrial. $29.95 is what we're selling for.
It was $1.50.
And somebody handmade that.
It's good.
It's very man decor-ish.
You know, you put some flowers in there, rust it up with some vinegar and some steel wool or something, and you'll be good.
Swedish hand-painted cheese slicer. It's got a little dollar horse on it. It was $1. We're selling it for $9.95.
Bring it close so you can see how cool that is.
Leslie says, I go on your page and search.
Yeah, Leslie finds the things.
Leslie finds good stuff on there. I shipped a box to PJ this week. I wrapped everything all up individually, got our orders together, and got it. So you have a box coming, PJ. I shipped it. I actually did a few combined orders.
All right, so I've got some candlesticks here. $2.99 at Goodwill. We're selling. It's going to get painted. You can see the glue up here. I think someone might have made it from other candlestick pieces.
It looks like they caulked it so it wouldn't have a seam.
Yeah, maybe, but it's getting painted.
Leslie said she got her box. Did I ship your box, Leslie? I've been shipping a lot because we are still training and we haven't been like crazy busy. There's actually some days, I mean, January, February can be kind of slow. But when you're training, people just aren't as fast. So I've been in, and then because I was out sick a few days. So yeah, it's been a lot of like getting things done, and we're trying to get all caught up. From the paint release has been super popular. We sold out of everything we had. So we have more paint coming and on the website. You can buy it. And we'll get with Sasha this week and get our restock. I'll probably have to drive out there. The good news is that Sasha lives like an hour away from us, so it's not too bad. The owner of Sweet Pickins. So if I have to, I can go up and pick up our order if it's ready, and then we don't have to wait for it to ship.
Okay, I had a theme this week apparently because I bought all these things in front of me except for one. Jamie found the short one and I found the tall one, I believe.
Two different spots.
Yeah, two different spots in the thrift store. This one has a Goodwill tag on it, but we actually purchased it at the Deseret Industries. This one was $1.50. This one was $2. They're going to get painted and they'll be $39.95 for the set.
I'm going to put iron orchid designs, I think, on it too, or molds. I haven't decided if we're going to do transfer or molds, but we just had one this last week that was flat like that, and I did a transfer and wrapped it around. It was cute.
This one, it's wood, and I love the big base on it. Usually these tapers that are like this have a much smaller base. It's got a brass insert for your taper. I think it was like $2 or $3. We're selling it for $22.95.
I would be surprised if somebody doesn't buy it and say don't paint it, because it would be cute in a boho.
You got to catch me fast, because probably we might do like a paint-a-palooza. Don't hold me to that. I don't know what Tuesday is going to bring.
You're going to paint it taupe. If you want to save the boho,
it's probably going to go neutral or something. So $22.95 on that one once it's painted. These I love. They're porcelain. Someone spray painted them with this copper color, and they have like this rough texture, like they did it out in the cold and their paint did something weird. and it's kind of chipping off in a
Or
couple
maybe
places.
it was that textured copper paint.
I'm going to, yeah, it could have been the hammered. I'm going to paint it with our copper, the pennies from heaven that we carry. And then we'll probably dark wax like we do, because they just kind of look plasticky and cheap, and they're porcelain underneath. And the set will be $48.95 for these ones. This one was $3 and this one was $3.
Those are going to be cute because
Yeah,
they're nice
they're
and
good.
chunky.
I like the shape. I liked like the beaded effect across the middle there, that band.
Okay, this one was.
I already showed that one.
You want to show
It's finial. It's getting painted, $18.95. Might not really change the paint from it on it too much. It's just like really shiny, needs some age and distress to go with our vibe. And then this is also a very large candlestick, but it's got like this braided metal detail or lace, whatever you want to call it, down here on the bottom. The whole thing is metal. It's going to be $24.95 on that one. I think it was actually for candles because it's got a little dish in here, but I think it would be great if you had a cloche that fit or just wanted to put something else on top of that. That's
probably not that.
That would be a little extreme. I need like a little figure. Where are my bunny figures? Here we go. These guys would do some cute stuff up on here. The wreath.
Yeah, and then a taller candlestick. Those bunnies are too short.
The bunnies are peeking over. These aren't going to work on this. But anyway, it's $24.95. All right, I think I got all of my... Oh, we have one more candlestick. Jamie did actually buy that one. We'll show it in a little bit.
Let me get it.
Or we'll show it right now.
Here we go.
That was wood. It's fine. All right, this is mercury glass, but at the top, we haven't found one like this ever. We find a lot of stuff, but it gets very thin up at the top for your taper. This one was $1.50 and it's $19.95. Once we get it scrubbed up, it's got some stuff on it.
All right, next up we've got this tin. It was $1. We're selling for $12.95. It's got like this really cool star on it. Got wooden handles. Just kind of cute as is. Could be painted, but we didn't put it would be painted. So I guess if it doesn't sell, maybe we'll paint it eventually.
Well, I was contemplating like stenciling or something on the back, maybe doing some ironwork designs transfer back here. But I like the star, and I think someone's going to get it just because they love the star on there.
So Zeb teased me a little bit for my bunny here.
Oh,
turns out it's Peter Rabbit, and it's a music box, and it's worth like someone were selling for $50.
It's not Peter Rabbit. What are the books?
Beatrix Potter.
Beatrix Potter.
Oh, that's not Peter Rabbit on Beatrix Potter?
Maybe. I don't know.
I think it is Peter.
Is
She's
it?
who wrote, yeah.
I can't keep track of all the things.
We have all the books over there. Maybe we should catch up.
I'm not going to lie. I didn't really enjoy Peter Rabbit when I was a kid, so I never paid attention to it.
Well, anyways, this one is $29.95. We paid $2 for it, and I saw them going for a lot more than that. So I was super excited for this. You just never know. I didn't buy it thinking, oh, this is going to be super collectible or anything special. I just liked it because it was a cute bunny that was a music box.
It does spin, and it does still play.
Yeah,
so
it's
$29.95.
Benjamin Bunny. Oh.
Benjamin Bunny.
Benjamin Bunny.
See, I knew it wasn't the same. And it says Beatrix Potter right on the back here.
Oh, it's signed on there. That's so
well,
cute.
I don't know if it's signed
it's like her signature.
Okay, but it's like pressed in.
So we have two of these Russ picture frames. This one says Believe in Love. And then this one just has sunflowers. They're going to be $12.95 each. And we're not going to paint them because we like the art that's on them. But we're going to put a picture in them. So I was thinking this would be cute to do like a sunflower field.
Okay.
And then like a vintage Valentine thing.
Oh, so they're going to get custom art.
Yeah, maybe. I know a guy. Next up, we've got our Vera Bradley Bible cover. It's all washed and ready to go home with you. It's $12.95. I just thought I always buy Vera Bradley when I get at the bins. So anything that was at the bins, we paid what? We spent like $50 this week.
Yeah, but it couldn't have been much over $1 or $2. Even the big quilts are like $3, $4.
So we don't know the individual price. I like the bins a lot. I actually was like, oh, I don't thrift a lot, but I'm actually wearing one of my favorite sweatshirts. It's like really worn in.
Jamie's been buying more clothes at the bins randomly, like just stuff she likes that she's going to wear.
I'm not like searching for clothes, but if it's on the top of the pile and I like it, I'm going to be like, that's $1. I will take that, or 50 cents. So my sweatshirt came from the bins. And, speaking of thrifting, my purple Stanley here came from the DI. And I got the same week I got this one, I got a coral Stanley for $3, and Eliza has confiscated that one because apparently that was a color she wanted a while ago.
All these things like that we have from thrifting. I was camping and we were flipping our tinfoil dinners, and I was wearing gloves from that I found at Other Side Thrift Boutique. I got 15 pairs of them. They were $1 each. They're like nice leather gloves.
Thrifting is definitely a life improvement for us because you just get great stuff. And we shop enough that we find a lot of things.
Yeah.
I'm not sad about it. Okay, did you show the wreath? How much is the wreath?
Well, we did show the wreath, but I actually didn't get this
I think
tag.
I had that $9.95 for the wreath. I don't
Maybe.
know if Caitlin.
I think I priced it, but it's probably close to that.
Thanks for sharing, Mary Grace. At 9 o'clock, we're going to announce this week's share winners. We have 2 people picked out. We pick people every week, and we send them happy mail to say thanks for sharing. Facebook is where keeps track of it, so we pick them from Facebook. If YouTube kept track of shares, then we could do it there too. All right, next up, we've got this. It's like a easel, just light wood, $9.95. I actually think this is one of the first few things to sell.
Was it?
Yeah.
I like it. It's like a great size and shape.
You can put art on it or a book or whatever. Next up, I told Deb, I said, if the white platters don't start selling soon, we might need to take a roll because this is the 3rd week in a row. And I don't know that we sold any. We had that one false graph one, and then we had the 2 restaurant wear was last week. And then this false graph one, this might actually be my favorite. This is more like an ironstone kind of look, even though it's not. And this one is $19.95. But
that's why I got that one.
You get kind of like focused. I'm not going to call it obsessive, but focused. And then like for weeks, we'll get the same.
Yeah, I get obsessive about something. Sometimes.
I do the same thing. I'm trying to slow my roll.
I like fixate on things like 2 to 3 weeks at a time. And then I move on once I like get my fix up for it. And then I, then I'll bounce to something else. It's never not something that I'm like, my brain, I'm too project oriented, or I don't know necessarily want to say goal oriented because I don't always get all my stuff done, but there's a lot of things out there I'd like to do or try to do.
You hyperfixate on stuff. I like hyperfixate and then I bounce around on a bunch of stuff. And then eventually, like some people say they can't get their whole house clean because they have ADHD. Oh, I'll get my house clean. It just takes me a couple of hours because I'll like see something. I'm like, well, let me wipe here. And then I get back to vacuuming. And then sometimes you'll come in and the dishwasher is open and I'm over here scrubbing something because I got distracted putting something away from the dishwasher and started scrubbing, but then I wasn't done with the dishwasher. But I will eventually get it all done.
Well, I was talking to our 12-year-old neighbor. He was on a camp out with me, and he was talking to me about an Elkie shot this last fall and what caliber of gun. And he saved up and bought this gun himself to go do this. And I'm like, I haven't even been looking into that caliber. Maybe I need one of those.
Squirrel. Nadine, I will look for, we buy any Winnie the Pooh stuff that we find that's cute. All right, next up, we've got this little clutch. This is like a not hand, but homemade quilted clutch. It has a button, but it's actually a snap open and shut, which I like because buttoning, especially if you have any kind of arthritis or something, buttoning can be a pain in the butt. That was punny, huh?
Yeah, you nailed it.
All right. This is a Betsy Johnson mega bag. I actually find Betsy Johnson a lot, but they're usually trashed. This one is basically in new condition. I wish you could see the inside, but it's like a rose print on the inside. And you can tell it's not been used for makeup because there's no makeup in there. So cute little, and I like the hearts. Valentine's Day is coming up. I mean, I don't know with shipping, we probably wouldn't get it by then anyways, but cute little bag. $12.95.
I think someone must have had this displayed on a shelf with like some fake flowers or something in it because it is very dusty and it's not like behind a cupboard dusty. It's like it sat out and maybe got a little bit of kitchen fur, but it was far enough away from the kitchen that it's not greasy.
I love that you got distracted. You're like, I'm gonna polish this.
Well, I was about to show it. I'm like, this does not look good. Like this is part of like when we thrift things and find good deals on them. Yeah, I know we took a picture of it all dusty.
I took it at an angle.
But this is crystal. And I was like, it doesn't show very well at all dusty like that. And now it's looking brand new.
I always like set the things aside to clean before we take them to the shop.
Everything
so somebody said, why do we say squirrel? Because you ever be driving down the road telling a story and all of a sudden you see a squirrel. And even if you're mid-story, it can be very dramatic. You'll say squirrel because you get distracted.
Well, squirrels are easily distracted too.
Also that.
Squirrel
all
brain.
Right, let's talk books. We have a 1949 Better Homes and Gardens cookbook. If it was in better condition, these sell anywhere from $60 to $100 for this particular
I am going to glue this up. It's got a little tear. I'm going to help it not tear more. I'm going to do my special glue on it.
Yeah, we have the glue from my sister, the librarian. And it's also not in perfect condition inside, but it's not bad. It's still totally usable. And so this one is $39.95. And then we've got this book, which is Mrs. Mike, Benedict, and Nancy Friedman, the Sundial Press. I don't think Zeb had any clue except for it was brown and it had a deckled edge.
Yep.
That's why he bought it.
I've never heard of that book ever before, and several people.
$16.95.
One person was like, "I've been looking for that book forever." Well, there it is.
It for you. All right, next up, $19.95 for The Secret Garden. It's got like a faded gray cover, which is really fun. We buy every hymnal that we can find. This is a Baptist hymnal. It's $19.95. I think it does have, like, the first page is ripped, but most people buy these because they want the pages of music. And this one has a green edge, which is kind of fun. And then next up, we've got Pilgrim's Progress. These ones actually sell for quite a bit. This one is $22 because it's not in perfect condition. I actually don't know what it's about, but there's like notes on the side. So I'm wondering, I have no idea, Micah. So I think it's talking about Christianity in here. Evangelist points out the way to the wicket gate. I don't know. I'm John Bunyan. Now I got to look in here. I have used similitudes, Hosea. Yeah, so it's got scriptures in it. But anyways, fun book, pretty red, and it's $22. All right, next up, speaking of paper, we got another paper cutter because the last one was popular. This one is $48. It's a lot larger. It's got the cutter tied down. So I will, when we're not live anymore, I will have Zeb make sure that this is super sharp and cutting well before we ship it.
I mean, I'm just fixing stuff as we go here, so high chance I might just grab it.
This one is Ingento, and it actually has on the bottom the little piece of brown paper here. You can see it's the original, like from when they bought it, and it gives directions for installing new spring and adjusting. So it tells you how to adjust it, how to replace it, and all the things are right there. Usually that kind of stuff is gone on these. So this is probably like 40s, maybe 50s.
All right, all I did, so this is the glue. Maybe Caitlin can find you the link. It's the neutral pH adhesive from Line Co. I just got it off Amazon. If you buy it through our link, it is an affiliate link, just so you know.
So it's an allegory of the Christian life. He wrote it while in prison. And it's epic. That's what people are saying. All right, next up, birdhouse. Everybody said not to paint it. I actually was like not ever planning on painting it, but Zeb was.
I was going to go all
no
one
way.
color. I feel like they kind of...
I love it.
But the big sunflowers are fun, and I think they're hand done.
The chippy look, it's got this like coral color, the sunflowers, the green. It's perfect. $48.95. I don't remember how much we paid for it, but I don't think it was over $5.
No, I think it was $5. Okay. I think you're right on that. So I've been cleaning this crystal. I think we paid $3 or $4 for it, and I cannot find the tag that I had on it. Maybe it was $38.
It was in the box. Where's the box?
Oh.
We have the original box.
It was on the box?
Yeah, which the shipping
I didn't put the price on the box,
we have the original. Yeah, because it was, when we bought it, we didn't, it was in the box.
24% St. George Crystal Hurricane. But the price is not on here. Oh, we paid $4 for it.
There you go. See, it is.
But the price that we're getting is not.
Did the birdhouse sell? I don't know.
A lot of people wanted it, so it may have.
It probably was pretty, yeah, it was pretty popular. We did sell one of our stamp sets, so that's fun. Jack's rusty envelope. Zeb wasn't even going to buy that rusty envelope, and it sold. We'll have to tell Jack. That'll make him happy. Jack, oh, by the way, guys.
So you might see his puffy eye a lot in this week's videos because we filmed all the stuff on one day, and he was with us that day.
Well, no, so we didn't like film everything, but there is Monday's video and then part of Thursday's video. Yeah. All on the same day. So his eye looks like it didn't improve. By Thursday, if we would have filmed him, his eye would have looked a lot better. Now it's just a little bruised.
Jack.
So, this was $1. This is a Lululemon bag.
Come let us see.
Picked it up at DI. I'm selling it for $9.95. These are really popular. They're like the crossbody bags that you can put like your credit cards or whatever in. I actually have one that I sometimes wear as a bag, or sometimes I just put it in another bag. as my wallet, so it works both ways, and it's camo.
All right, so that afternoon after thrifting, he went and played with all his buddies at the park. They all came by and were wondering why he wasn't at school. And so with puffy eye and all, he went and played with the caveat that please don't bang your eye more.
Yeah, but see, it's a little bruised under here, and it's got a little like broken capillaries on the side. But
he's doing good. He's fine. He can see good out of it. It moves all right.
Jack and I stayed up late last night watching The Empire Strikes Back. All right, Scoodle.
Thanks, bud.
Just him and I were the only ones home. We went out to dinner. We picked up Costa Vida, and we watched a basketball game that Eliza cheered at, and then we watched The Empire Strikes Back. And then this morning, Zeb was still gone, and so we ordered DoorDash and had French toast. We had a good weekend.
My buttermilk pancakes were pretty epic. I literally cooked them in a prehistoric cave that was formed by lava tubes.
In the snow.
No, the snow was outside. There was no snow in the cave.
I know, but there was snow. You guys had to traipse through the snow.
There was traipsing.
Yeah. Jack and I had a
But I was all right. I was dressed for it.
All right, next up, this looks like it's for bottles, right? But really, you put your paintbrushes in it to dry.
All the crafters know that these are how you dry your
This one is actually brand new. I usually sell them used. And it's $3 is what we paid for it, and we're selling it for $12.95. Yeah. This is actually a bigger one than normal, and it's a dark green. Normally they're light green.
Fancy.
They're a little more aesthetic.
Okay.
Jack is my doppelganger. If anybody was wondering, he's like the only kid that looks.
He has brown hair, brown eyes.
Yeah, same face shape. My girls look like me, but they don't
tans
have
up
my
like
color.
real great in the summer. He's got like an olive complexion.
He's darker than I am, for sure.
Which he did not get from me. I'm like a reddish pink color all summer long.
You're pink year round. You just have a red skin.
All right. Western Nut Company, Salt Lake City, Utah.
Apparently, it's collectible.
This is like a collectible from our own stomping grounds here, established in 1965. It's even got the Utah State is very popular and commonly known for its beehive because, you know, lots of busy workers and industrious people here.
In case you didn't know, Utah is full of what we're doing.
One of the best economies.
And Mormons are busybodies, busy bees. Just, we do a lot of stuff.
Aside from the cool red and gold label on the front that's printed on there, it's just a great little storage box.
Yeah.
I told Jamie, I'm like, Jamie, I have walnuts from our tree at the shop.
Like, we cannot send nuts.
I could put nuts back in here. And she's like, we can't be sending nuts off to people. We do not have
licensing to be sending nuts.
So you'll have to get the empty box. It's going to be $34.95.
Oh, I was going to say, this actually is another Utahism. Utahns are all about what's trending. Like, if there's an influencer using it, the upper middle class Utah County Mormon women are doing it too. And that is why you find 1 billion and 2 Stanleys, because they were super popular. Everybody bought, and I'm not kidding.
Now they're going out.
I have a friend who has over 30 Stanleys. 30. Until I found these at the thrift store, I personally owned one. I had 2, and I gave the other one that I had that I didn't need to Caitlin. Eliza now, she has like 4 Stanleys, but that's just Eliza.
But it's on its way out, I think, because we're starting to find them at the thrift store.
Yeah. So anyways, all that to say, that's why there's Stanleys at our thrift store, because they were really popular in Utah. So
However,
if anything,
they still keep all your stuff really cold or really hot. So they're great.
Okay, we will not paint that birdhouse. We're not. I put the kibosh on that because it's too cute.
Jamie liked it as is. You know, if it's wood and not moving, I'll probably paint it.
Caitlin said the one that I gave her had the handle break off. You know what? Man. I got you, boo. Because we have more with the handles, and I think we have my dad's old one. And now that I have this Stanley and my other purple Stanley,
no one uses that one.
I don't need the one from my dad, the navy blue one. So next time you're over here, I will give you that Stanley.
It's a big one. You could put more soda than you should drink in there.
I put water in my Stanley.
I know.
I don't put soda in it.
Sometimes.
I drink soda and other things. All right, next up, there's a plastic reindeer here. Zeb, why don't you tell them about the plastic reindeer?
This is like my favorite bins find of the week. We went to the Goodwill bins, and I was not finding much, and then I was digging, and I finally found this. And I'm like, you know what? That reindeer is silver and white, and I'm going to make it gold or copper, and it's going to be awesome and get a new life. I may even sand this seam down its back and make it look more like it was, because that'll just take 2 seconds with some 20 grit sandpaper, 220 grit. Anyway, it's going to get a makeover. It's going to be $18.95. Little stag for you.
So Caitlin said that I'm a good aunt. In case you don't know, I am Caitlin's aunt, even though we're only 10 years apart. Her mom is my oldest sister. And Caitlin, this can be part of your inheritance. You know, it was my dad's, and now we're passing his Stanley on to you. And the only reason my dad had a Stanley is because he was always like eyeballing my Stanley, and he was too cheap to buy one. So I bought him a Stanley. Also, he had problems with his sodium levels, and so I bought him a Stanley so he could drink enough water. Encourage him to do so. All right, let's show some really pretty glasses. I love cobalt. I've kind of slowed my roll because it hasn't been as popular, but I saw these Anchor Hawking glasses, and they have like, how many sides are there? What is that octagonal?
I think there's 8.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think there's 10 sides. What's that?
I don't know.
Deca's 10? A dectagonal?
Decahedron,
whatever. There are sides on it. They were $1 each. And I found 8 of the little ones, 8 of the tall ones. You never find that many at the thrift store on both sizes. So I just thought I'm going to sell them individually. But if somebody wanted a set of 16 of these vintage Anchor Hawkings, this would be a good place to buy them. So
listen, I can't reliably be remembering Latin words for shapes that I learned 26, 27 years ago in high school.
All right, this one is 6.
Hang on.
Yeah, I think I hear crying. It's a decagon. Roderick has been on one today. If you ever have 2 boys together, just know that every now and then you got to make sure they're both alive. And Roderick is now 5'10", and Jack hasn't hit his growth spurt, so there's a huge size difference. Okay, so the low ball is $6.95 and the high ball is $9.95. I would do just fine with one. I used to drink my occasional soda at home. Otherwise, I have a Simply Modern water bottle. Yeah, I do drink my soda. Usually, like I'll pop a 12-ounce can. Occasionally, if I have Jack in the Box tacos, I'll get a Dr. Pepper out. I'm feeling saucy. Are they going to live?
Yeah, they'll live.
Are they both together in the same room?
They are.
Are they watching a movie?
They have swords. These 2 boys at the tail end.
Oh my goodness. Why in the world would they
One has a
lightsaber
lightsaber and one has a Minecraft sword. Both toys, right? But, you know.
The lightsaber from Disney?
Yeah. And then the Minecraft sword makes a little
expensive.
ching, 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 ching
Oh,
sound.
I thought I heard that. Yeah.
Yeah. And Redrick thought that was making too much noise. So he hit it. And, you know, Jack, being the little brother that he is very vocal. That's how he gets his way.
I thought this was a reusable candle.
That's a real one.
It's a real one. Caitlin, if somebody bought this, I think I have another reusable one somewhere.
If not, we can find another one
It
Monday.
says
They've got tons at the store.
What language is candle the word bougie? Is that French?
I don't know.
Because it says candle, bougie, B-O-U-G-I-E, and vela. Vela, I think, is Spanish.
It's $22.95. We'll get you a fake candle if you want.
All right, let's see. It grosses you out to drink out of a used tumbler. Hold on, Diana.
It went through so our dishwasher
and these are, let me show you the inside. It's not a plastic, it's
metal.
stainless steel.
Yeah.
Like there ain't no germs left on there.
Our dishwasher has a sanitation cycle. It literally runs in there.
I guess you could buy a new straw, but I don't care.
I think it's close to 300 degrees
I
while it's
thrift
going.
for a living. Like clearly I'm not a germaphobe.
No.
I worry more about other people. That's why I'm good about wiping stuff down.
I can always tell when someone's newer to the channel because they're like, "Why don't you have gloves on when we're at the
Linda
bids?"
says it's French, but
All right.
if it's French, it's probably not bougie. All right, show them the jar opener.
Okay, jar lifter. I want to say borderline antique. Is definitely vintage. It's got a stamp in here. It's a Yoho Monticello, Iowa. I found one at Goodwill a few weeks back. The handles were a different color, but I just love the hinge on there. There's like no rivets, no pins. It's just held in mechanically by the shape of it, and it's very sturdy, very stout.
Linda said
$7.95.
my bougie was close enough. All right, this is a Jack pick. We found it at the bins. Jack found it. It's got a hanger on the back. I'm just going to leave it rusty, but put something cute, IOD, on it, and it's going to be $16.95. And I think this actually already sold.
A little wall pocket.
Deb wasn't going to buy it. Like, you're the wall pocket king, and you weren't going to buy it.
I know.
But Jack really liked it, so I picked it up. All right, next up, This heart-shaped pan was also at the Goodwill bins. It's $9.95. I actually think Jack found that one too. This was from the Goodwill bins. It was back when stripes were all the rage. Somebody literally painted stripes to leave it on their wall like that. We're going to probably paint over that, put something cute, and it's going to be $14.95.
I was going to use one of the new papers on it, but I forgot that I had it in the garage, and it does need a little repair over here.
BLB said I would have to wear gloves and a mask. Some people give me a hard time if I don't have my hair pulled back. And I do sometimes.
If you get lice, that will be an expensive remediation.
No, you can just go. There's a place, the Lice Centers of America. It's like $150 and they guarantee it.
Okay.
I mean, I guess that is expensive, but you can. There are places you can go. I actually haven't had it since I was a kid, and I had it one time on wood. So I'm just saying is all. And Eliza got it. Well, actually, all the kids got it one time. This was years ago when they were little.
From school.
Oh my gosh. And I did like whatever they tell you could possibly help get rid of it. I did all of it because I was like, back then we were painting furniture for a living, and I was like, no way can I sell anything unless
we literally washed every single piece
I put all
of
their
fabric
toys
in
in
our
bags.
house.
Anyways, it was gone and it never came back. So I am the queen at that. All right, next up, this was $12.95. This is a grapevine wreath. I probably have grossed people out and they've now left the channel.
Well,
I have kids.
Also, you should know we wash everything through the washer.
No, I'm just talking about kids. Kids are little germ.
Well, and I've never seen that at the bins.
No, I have to say the thing is the bins. Now it depends on where you go, but the bins and like regular Goodwill, they're the same thing. Like it's just stuff that would go or like has already been at the Goodwill, so it's the same.
They do take donations there, but the good stuff they send off to their stores. This
grapevine wreath is $12.95, and I like it because it's kind of like, you know, when you get them at the craft store and they're like super, super tight. I like this one because it's like loose, chunky. I kind of almost think I would put like a little bird's nest with some eggs in it and just leave it the way it is without like overly doing it because I like the organic nature of this.
Okay.
Okay, they're like, Aunt B says it's okay. And Renee says sharing is caring. Yeah, if you ever need me to give you all the information, you can put mayonnaise in your hair. You can flat iron your hair. You can use peppermint oil.
We did all the things.
I think we lived with mayonnaise on our hair for a week because we didn't leave the house.
Not me. I've been bald. And
when I sent those girls back to school, they had slicked back ballerina buns with gel and hairspray. And like all backpacks and jackets went in the garage for like 6 months.
Galvanized tin.
Oh, it's share winner. Okay, do that one.
Hold on. It was $4. It has a $5 price tag, but that's actually an older price tag. They gave it to me for $4 because it has both on there. And we're selling it for $28.95. Great centerpiece.
It's going to get IOD on
tray.
it. So
you're going to do IOD in the middle?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to have to hold out till Thursday. Okay, well, actually, it'll probably get done Tuesday, but not be shown till Thursday because Tuesday is when we're filming that. I'm going to do Facebook share winners. However, somebody in here, where was my comment?
I don't know.
Anyway, somebody started watching the Chateau Diaries, and they're hooked. You're welcome. I watch it nonstop.
She does a lot of videos like we do, so there's always something like all week long to watch.
Stephanie doesn't know it, but she keeps me company. Like when I'm doing something mundane, when I'm running around the kids in the car, I'll just put it on and flip my phone down.
She helps do a lot of laundry.
Yeah, I want folding laundry. Like me and Stephanie, she's just so excited about stuff. She's fun. Anyways, all right, share winner, squirrel. See, that's a squirrel thing. I was going to share, and then I got distracted by telling people how much I love Chateau Diaries. Caitlin texted me, and we have Sandy Oetzel and Debbie Kopidlansky, Kopidlansky. Email info@jamierayvintage.com with your mailing address, and we will send you something free in the mail.
Yep.
And to everybody else who hasn't won yet, keep on sharing. You can share this video or any video, any post that's on the Jamie Ray Vintage Business Facebook page. As long as it's a public share, meaning you don't have a private account, then Facebook keeps track of it, and we pick 2 people every week at random.
Okay. I love this little pressed tin box. It's hinged, it opens. You can store funsies inside, and it's got this
And we're gonna paint it.
It's got this to hold it open. I forgot what this is called.
Hinge.
Yeah, but these are the hinges on the back. Anyway, it's going to get painted. I haven't decided what yet, but it'll be good. And this is kind of like dark and moody. And it will probably get dark wax to bring all those details back, but we're going to freshen it up a little bit. It'll be $28.95.
It's currently an unfortunate shade of brown. I mean, it's not horrible. It's not my favorite.
It was $2. It does still have its price tag.
That's what I've learned to say when I don't like things is it's not my favorite, because I realize different strokes for different folks, because clearly not everybody loves what we do. The comments on YouTube tell us that. So I realize that just because I don't like something doesn't mean somebody else doesn't like it. Although this week we had some people that were like, well, if just because you don't like it doesn't mean you shouldn't buy it. I'm like, actually, that's absolutely what it means. Now, there's resellers that are strictly resellers. They have no social media and they're just on eBay. Anything they can make a buck on. Zeb and I buy things that interest us, things that kind of fit our genre, things that we like. Occasionally, I'll buy something I don't love, but it's like weird. And I'll buy it because I'm like, that's fun. But I don't buy stuff that I don't like at all or that doesn't interest me, because that to me is disingenuous. Just because I don't buy it doesn't mean that somebody else can't like it, because like I said, everybody has their own opinions, but that's kind of how we do it. And a lot of people are shopping with us to get something that we like or something that we find fun or useful. And that's kind of the idea of it. And if I was just out there to make a buck, there's a lot of things that I could make a buck on that are boring as heck, and I'm just not buying them. And when you got to shop as much as we do, you got to have fun. So there's my little TED talk for the day. Next up, we've got this brass. It's like a sprayed on brass. It's not painted, but it's not solid. It's aluminum on the inside. It's thin and worn. It says Sigma the Tassette.
Made in, but it's...
Sigma the Taste Setter. Made probably in USA, judging by the sticker. And it's $12.95. We found this at the bins. We found a lot of fun stuff at the bins. We also got this bowl at the bins. I put hand carved, but it looks like it had a chuck. So I was wrong. This is a turned bowl.
Where would it have had a chuck at?
Well, you can see, is that hand carved?
No, that's hand carved. Yeah.
Oh, I was right.
They just took a knife and went around the edges like this.
It's $32.95. It does have a knot hole in it, which I put
now on the inside, you can get this effect with a big grinder.
Oh, okay. You remember when you made
I still have my grinding bits. It's fun. I love doing it.
So before they had the Hecho in Mexico dough bowls, which we sell at the shop, you could only get antique dough bowls. They were super hard to come by, and I love them. And Zeb and I actually have a video somewhere on this channel on how to make a dough bowl. And he literally like stacked wood, glued it, and then carved out a dough bowl. And my friend Kelly has one of the first dough bowls that I think he made two, one for me and Kelly bought another one.
Well, she liked yours so much, and she's like, "I'll give you $100 to make that." I'm like, "I'll do that for $100."
Yeah,
that was like
back in those days.
That was like 8 or 9 years
keep
ago.
Keep the lights on. Cynthia says grapes are yuck. I'm like, see, I don't like grapes either, but I do realize people do, because last week we sold a grapes pitcher. Does that mean I'm going to start buying grapes? No. It
was a particularly good version of grapes. It was like a vintage milk glass pitcher that was really heavy and awesome. And
there are some things in my shop that I'm like, but Zeb bought it, and there's probably things that he thinks that I bought, and he's like, no, it happens.
You like to buy the spindly stuff that always needs fixed. I'm like, let's leave it there.
That's why I married you.
I do fix it.
Hey, cute box. I think PJ actually bought this one. It's just wood. We're gonna paint it up. And it was $22.95, and we paid $1.50 for it. We love these boxes. Zeb could build them, but why build them when you can thrift them literally every week
for $1 or $2? How much was it? $1.50.
Yeah, not even worth it.
Even scrap wood, like it's not worth my time when I can just go pick it up.
Just thrift it. All of our craft supplies come through the store.
I mean, I probably will have to sand it, but I'm gonna have to sand a regular box anyway.
Yeah.
All right, this one here, I loved, we get like these little crates like this, but usually they're bigger. I like that this is rectangular.
I think that's a CD case.
I don't think so. It's too narrow to fit
That's
CDs.
how wide CDs were.
No, it's too narrow for the cases. They're bigger than that.
Well, maybe an 8-track case.
No, you put jars in here and floral. That's what
it's going to be cute. I don't know if
$18.95 on that
one. I just
one.
got 2 of them. I saw that.
Okay, we have these 2 little bunnies.
Okay, yeah, show them the bunnies.
Jamie found these. They were $1 each. We're selling them as a set. They've got like flower lays on them.
'Tis the season for bunnies, man. I can't find them hardly at all at the thrift stores right now.
And
oh, Patricia said she got. Oh, I think it was Patricia that said that she liked Chateau Diaries. I'm seeing the name and I'm remembering that scrolled by. She said she got her subscription paper.
Nice.
And the fairies are her favorites.
The fairies are
she
very
loves
good.
the fairies. By the way.
Oh, sorry, $14.95 for these.
Sorry. It is the 8th. If you want the subscription papers or this month's Delft tile subscription stencils, you have until the 12th to sign up. On the 13th, we will be releasing the next stencil. It's not guaranteed to ship until the 1st because it gives us a while to like get everything into production. But we will announce what the next one will be on the 13th. So after the 12th, so you have 4 more days to sign up for those papers or the Delft tile mini pack stencils. Anyways,
we show you the design about 15 days-ish in advance, and then we start rolling them out to you.
Yeah, well, on the 13th, if you sign up, you'll get the new stuff, and by the 13th, we will have the new ones designed. I already have my stencils ready to go. I'm on top of it, and I already have my design for the next month's go. So now what I need to do is like have a week where I'm in the mood to design lots of stencils because I think we're going to have another stencil release, but probably not until like end of March because we've had a lot of releases. So I need a minute to catch my breath. All right, next up, shelf. It was $3.
I couldn't leave it there.
Nope. And it's $38.95. Although here's the deal. I actually think it would be fun to two-tone this. And this part pops out.
Does it?
So that'd be super easy. You could take that out, paint this, wet distress it, and then paint the rest of it something else.
I don't actually hate like the brassy bronze color. I might just paint this something that coordinates with that, but take this out so I don't have to.
I don't hate it either, but I think if you like lighten it up,
it's not going to show as well.
No, I mean, if you paint it and like did a white
there's probably someone out there that's like emailing Caitlin right now not to paint this.
I don't know. I guess we'll see. It doesn't. We don't hate it. I guess is, sometimes you paint stuff that we're like, yeah, it's okay, but it'd be cute painted. So cute little mint bunny, $10.95. I think this one already sold. Paid $1 for it. Like I said, I'm buying every bunny I can find. Some bunny is gonna want it.
It's a good thing we got new paint colors because we have a lot of stuff to paint over here.
Oh, wow. You have a big pile. Don't forget that there's stuff we've shown and then there's
I've been pulling it out. So this frame here, we're going to paint it a little. It's got like the speckled gold. We're going to repaint it with the golden ticket
and then dark wax.
And it will also get a piece of art in here. Might be decoupage.
Nadine wants you to redo the herb box. That's funny because I didn't like it.
Nadine, I'm selling this herb box as is.
Well, she bought it. I'll paint it.
All right. It was $1. It was $5, but it had a bunch of stuff in there. But it's getting sold separately because those didn't really go with herbs.
I don't know why. I think they were just stuck in there. I know. I'm gonna sneeze, but yes, I will for you, Nadine. I better put a sticky on the here that says. So
this frame, I think Jamie paid what, like $8? How much did you pay for this? Where's the price?
I don't know. I think it was $8, and it had horses in it, and people were like, "I love that horse print." I donated the majestic horses
from the early '90s.
Hey, you know what? I just got done saying different strokes for different folks. So
yeah, did like it's fine. We're gonna put some probably pastorals type art in here. And
what I have noticed though,
and it's going to be 119.
The people that comment the most about things that we skip are not also the people shopping. So we like to talk, but not always shop. So maybe it'd be all right that I didn't get the horse in there. It's a little dusty because it happened to be right by where I was standing.
It's okay. It's all getting painted.
All right, I'm putting paint on this for Miss Nadine, but I'm not painting the inside of the cubby holes because that's a pain in the butt. But that'd be cute if I leave those white and then I just paint the outside strip. It won't be too hard. I do like horse prints. I just didn't like those.
That one was
clarify.
90s when they were barely starting to use like Photoshop and computers to do graphic design, and it wasn't great.
So, Corrine, any Sweet Pickens retailer can carry the bespoke paint because it's made by Sweet Pickens in a collaboration with us. But that doesn't mean that they do carry it. So if you have a Sweet Pickens retailer and they're not carrying the bespoke Jamie Ray Vintage Milk paint, just ask them, and then maybe they can bring it in. If they can't, we're happy to ship it to you at jamierayvintage.com. But it's always nice if you can get it locally. All right, next up, this is is this called etched?
Yes.
This is like deep etched in there. This is Boppy or Candlewick. They're touching balls.
Yeah, no, that's
think-
Boppy.
yeah.
The etched is Boppy, and then this one here is Anchor Hawking,
Oh, so okay.
I believe.
$7.95 each for these ones. They were $1 each. And then how much is that one? I don't remember.
We couldn't
know
find
if
the
you
price
listed
for this
that.
one. I know I did, but maybe it didn't save because
We
I
had
was
found 5 of these. The
I was
little
hustling
parfait
through
glasses.
'em.
And I just love that this one is etched.
every now and
Trina
then.
got the Rooster. Well, we do a video for the IOD release. You know it. We actually already have the product. We've had it for 4 weeks sitting right over there. And we got to get them pictures. So Tuesday, we're filming the video and I'll get photos for IOD to use. I planned on doing the video like way in advance and we have been so busy that I have not gotten it done yet. So luckily IOD shows grace and doesn't mind that I haven't done it. But yeah, and we actually have our order in too. It's already counted and put away and ready to go because I worked on that this week.
All right. These are utensil caddies. They spin. This one's got a fun topper. This one's got a little wider base. Are we painting these at all?
Nope, as is, because they would be a nightmare to paint.
They're $19.95 each.
And I think they both sold. And I never passed this particular style because people love them for their paintbrushes, for their colored pencils, they're 4 utensils. But us crafty people, we like to put other crap in them. And they sell, obviously, because these both sold. So $19.95 each. And I think I paid $3. And then this one, I got a Goodwill for $2.90. So $3.
Yep.
Look at that. Or did I get that one at the bins?
I don't know where you got this one. I picked this one up at the DI on Thursday or Wednesday when we were thrifting.
Listen, I can't be responsible for
I was going to milk paint it, and then I decided to do something else.
Pam, we do have, look up Jamie Ray Vintage Home Tour, and there should be a video on there of the entire house that we did when we finished it. It starts with Zeb and I on the porch. I'm wearing a black dress. We have done a home tour. It's been a while. We don't do them anymore because the house isn't clean all on the same day. And my kids.
And we're pretty far past doing the building of it.
Yeah, and the kids don't always love their rooms being shown.
And we have now lived in here over 4 years.
This house has been lived in a lot. All right, next up, this is a boy and his dog, Norman Rockwell. I love Norman Rockwell. When I first started decorating, when we were first newlyweds, anything Norman Rockwell I could find, I've been buying it for 23 years. Anyways, $1.99 is how much we paid, and we're selling it for $9.95. And I just think this one is really cute. I love little boys. They're sweet. I think, and it's funny now that like old auntie lady that I see like a 3 or 4 year old being naughty, and I just think they're adorable. They're not my kids, but they're cute. Next up, birds and butterflies. I've actually got to put a bunch of lemon oil to get all the tags off of this one. It's so cute. I paid $1.99. We're selling for $9.95.
Okay, another tote. I think I talked in the video. I'm like, are you guys getting tired of totes yet? Because I found a bunch of them this week, and I love them. I'm going to keep doing them. They sell well for us. This one says Stonewall Kitchen, but it either needs a heavy distress or something else all the way new on there. Probably going to change that up, paint it, do something. I thought this one would be fun with some new milk paint stripes on here, kind of age it up like that. It was $3.99 at Goodwill. We're selling it for $29.95. Ooh, whacking myself in the face.
This does say Kent pottery. I wonder if it's like Kent from England, Kent.
Probably. That's the only Kent I know of. Okay. I'll show you this. I'll let Jamie show you.
I gotta see the whole logo so I can know.
$2. I would have bought this all day long for the just for the hooks. I think it had a third one here because it looks like it's ripped out. But I'm gonna fill that. We'll paint this and then probably move these hooks just in a little bit.
I was actually gonna leave them the way they were because I thought, wouldn't it be fun to put like a big transfer in there?
Oh.
So we just gotta fill the holes, sand it, paint it, and then put a big transfer.
We'll do that. That'll be fun.
And
it's
then
gonna be
$26.95. Like a big poofy coat, like a cowboy hat or something, sometimes you need more space.
You always need more space. Hooks are always too close together.
I'm going to tell you right now, we got 5 hooks over there, and 4.5 of them have something that belongs to Zeb on them.
No, I have like 18 things on one hook.
Zeb likes hooks.
I have like 5 different coats for different various things, different weights. Am I going to be in the car? Am I going to be in the gym? Am I going to be working under a tractor?
This was $2 or $3. I can't remember. It is a Kipling bag. These sell for a tremendous amount of money. This one is in super solid, like good, clean condition. Like The inside is a lighter fabric and it's so clean. So that's always a good thing when you can find the inside that's clean. This one we're selling for $42.95. If you know bags, these sell for quite a bit. I was really excited when I found them because it's a good brand and not something you normally will find. If you find this at the thrift store, it's usually under the glass.
I'm going to show these. We have 2 of them. They're $99.95 each. We are able to ship them. I've got to do some stabling up of a couple of them. One of them, they're like a little rickety, but these screw tight. I think I can get them pretty easily. We're not painting them or doing anything to them other than cleaning them.
PJ bought both of them.
Okay.
So we're going to be boxing them up.
It might come in separate boxes, so watch for that.
They will. And I think she has some smaller things, so I can put smaller things inside. These will be good teaching for, we have new employees working for us, and we'll teach them either how to build boxes, or sometimes what we do is we do 2 boxes. So one on the bottom, we put it in there, and then we take another box, same size, and make a lid, and then we tape it. And that's how we make a box for bigger items.
All right, we're almost done into the linens. We do have a few linens. We're going to probably rapid fire a couple of these things in here. But this is another Jack find. He found it at Goodwill, and he's like, Dad, this has a great frame. And Jamie had already told him she didn't really love it. But I think with some new art and some paint on this frame, it's going to be great. And he was very excited that I told him, yeah, we can do that. So I might make Jack paint this for you because he actually is a good painter. And we'll figure out how to get some art.
Shoes because he lost his Nikes he got for Christmas, so maybe he can earn some shoe money.
The black ones?
Yeah. Why couldn't he lose the $6 DI boots that are obnoxious colored? You guys might remember a few weeks ago I bought these boots for $6. They were bright
over
green.
At the Price's house.
I asked Mindy, she said no.
She hadn't seen them.
And he's been wearing them everywhere. They were supposed to be backup snow boots, and they're like his favorite boots.
This is going to be $36.95 with some art in it. It's going to get a repaint. This isn't. I know some people have this. It was very popular.
Why would you tell him about this? Plant?
But this is going to go.
Did you show him this cookie jar?
No, we got to get all this stuff here still.
Okay.
However, I got this 100% for the greenery. I could care less about the jar. But did you list this all together?
I don't even know if I photographed that. So
I don't know. Either way, it was $1.50, which is super cheap for this herb-like greenery, and we'll do something with it. I don't think we priced it because I don't have a price on it. I just couldn't
wrap my brain around it.
I'm going to do, it's going to be probably a project, but I think it needed like rejudged or tightened up. I just don't like it all.
This is what I'm thinking. You ready? Pull everything out and just push it further down. Like, why is it so high up?
Yeah, I don't know. It's in foam. But I don't like this jar either, so I might get some.
It looks like somebody stuck gum to it.
Yeah, that is what it looks like.
All right, Caitlin, I don't think it's listed. We're going to do something to it before we list it. It's one of those things where I don't have a vision for it, so I was like, you're on your own with that one, sir. All right, next up, we've got this marble. It's porcelain, but it looks like marble dish with glued in rocks. See, they don't fall out. And fake succulents that are actually very realistic. These ones are actually more realistic than these ones. And this one was $1, and we're selling for $12.95. So that's a good deal because it comes with the 3 succulents, so you never have to water.
Fake succulents cost as much as real succulents.
Yeah. Oh, Vicky wants you to take spindles and make carrots with it.
We'll see.
That's like,
we'll see.
We ain't got that kind of time, Vicky.
So we can do it, but I don't currently have any chairs. We've gone through like all our rickety, like beyond repair, broken chairs. And so I'd have to do something to a chair that could be salvaged and used as a chair, or find some. 6
succulents. They're $24.95. They have for all 6.
They're cement.
And they're cement. There's one that has a crack in it, but it's still cute. And I took a picture of that. So those are the succulents. Next up, we've got this Let It Snow box. It was $2. We're going to paint it up. It'll be $19.95.
That Let It Snow is going away. It's going to get sanded.
Let it snow somewhere else.
It's spring. So we're going to spring it up.
Well, it's not spring, but we have determined it's spring. We've got a kitty cookie jar.
A lot of people, like my dad's cow had her calf today.
Well,
it's like 70 degrees where he lives. Yeah, they can. It's 70 degrees where he lives. Like that says spring to me, right?
Cat cookie jar, $28.95. I did put that it had some chippy paint on it. You know where most of the paint chipped off? Because they put tape on it and it pulled the paint up.
Petunia. She had a little Jersey heifer.
There's a new cow somewhere. All right, $28.95. I think this one sold. I like the little goldfish on it. I will buy every cat cookie jar that I ever find because they're always good sellers. So if you guys are resellers, cat people, they're serious people. They like their stuff. Set of canisters. These have kind of these like beehivey lids on them with the little knobbies. I'm selling this out for $28.95. They don't sell plain. I may come back and do like some sort of iron ore designs because I think they're really cute with the traditional pots transfer on them. But I also think they're cute as is. So for now, they're plain and they're $28.95.
I also have a thrift find with a caveat. There were several people that said, don't paint the rooster tin, leave it alone.
Poor Trina bought it.
And I was like, okay, I'll respect that. I'll leave it alone. But a lot of times people say that and then they don't buy it and it sits in the shop and then we end up repainting it like a year later.
As is.
Yeah, I think it's good. It's fun. And it's decoupage. This is all decoupaged on here.
Well, it's kind of like a paper sticker. Hi, Cody.
But it was $2. We're selling it for $29.95. If Cortrina hadn't have saved it, it probably would have got a pretty quick paint job. I might have even put some of my own decoupage paper.
I like it the way it is, and I'm the one that bought it.
All right. All right.
Me and Cortrina want you to back away from the chicken. All right, next up, soap dish. I bought this for $1. It looks like ironstone, but it's not. It's actually pretty heavy, but it's ceramic. And it's $12.95. I think this one sold already. You'll have to get the rest of them because I have puppy paralysis.
All right, we only have two things to show. These jars, I am selling them with this fabric floral. If it was me, I'd probably do some different stuff in there, but it was in the picture when I was listing it, so I was like, all right, we'll just send this on its way. I paid $2 for this whole thing. It's going to be $19.95. And like I said, like I would rearrange these at the bare minimum, maybe shorten them so they're underneath the handle.
I like it the way it is.
But $19.95.
Put that by the sink though, because I do need to wash.
Yeah,
those
we got to
jars.
scrub the jars.
The jars are dirty.
And,
right,
then
the vase.
this big vase. It's almost like a spongeware, but it's like bubbly.
It's ink.
Is it ink?
It's ink art. You know where they put the ink in the thing and then they dip it?
Oh,
I mean,
yes.
I don't know that that's how they did that, but that's what it's.
You talking about hydro dipping it?
Hydro dipping, yeah. Yeah, that's it. Some people do it with nail polish.
There's like 100 things that they do.
We bought it for $3. We're selling it for $36.95.
We do it with all kinds of stuff. All right, you're going to have to put the puppy down. And we're going to go over here. We got
alcohol.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. Oh, somebody wanted to know how Jack hurt his eye.
He was jumping on his bed.
Did you?
I'm like, I went into his room, and I think this is what happened initially. I went into his room, and he was supposed to be in bed an hour ago, and he had his little light on reading at his desk. I'm like, Jack, what are you doing? And he saw me and hopped right into the bed, and in his vigorous hurry to get in the bed, whacked his eye right on the thing.
He didn't hit his eye. He hit his cheekbone.
Yeah, it's like his cheekbone under here, but the whole thing puffed up.
Yeah. All right, let's go look at some linens. We have quite a few this week.
All right.
Let me make sure that the cord's still good.
It's always fine. It actually is Bluetooth connected too. Like it'll have like a little hiccup and then it'll switch over to Bluetooth if it ever gets unplugged.
We've got these. I found them in 2 separate bins. And they are very springy. And they've got like a pieced. Is this pieced? Yeah. This little edge here is pieced. These tiny little squares. It's got machine stitching on there and embroidery. And it's $22.95 for the set. They're standard size. Next up, we've got this really gorgeous flat sheet. You could use it as a flat sheet. I believe it's at least full size, possibly queen. I put full because you could use it on a queen if you needed to. But I think it'd be so great just for like making an apron or a quilt backer. $12.95. I buy all the pretty floral sheets, all of them.
All right, you want to spread this one out? And we'll show them this one.
I took great care with it. It had like a bunch of stains. There are still some pretty faint stains that are not going to show up on camera, but I did my best. And it's a little bit imperfect. And because of that, it's priced at $49.95.
Yeah, it's priced because
I think that I put it with queen, but this might be a king.
It's king size.
Which is even better. If you have a queen size bed, king looks so good on it.
Because it drapes down.
Good coverage. I just like the embroidery on it.
Yeah, it's
and so I put the extra effort and used all my stain techniques. Next up, again, I got big stains out of this one. It's got some light staining, but it's, I think, $19.95. But the cross stitch on here is so stinking good. And to be fair, unless you really search, you're not going to find the light staining anyways. But look how pretty that is. It's almost like folklorico, but I just love the pink and black. Next up, we've got Laura Ashley, queen size, yeah. Fitted and flat sheet for $22.95. This is like a sage green toile. Laura Ashley is very popular, so I pick it up. I didn't know like there's Laura Ashley when I grabbed it until I looked at the tag. I just knew that I liked it.
We got some pastel colors with a little hint of turquoise
the dogs
desert.
Have been here. There's a fall leaf on it.
A leaf
Sorry.
on
I did
there?
wash it. Yeah, vintage pastel, perfect for Easter.
$19.95.
If you don't have a Mexican blanket in your car and you need an emergency blanket, these are good. They wear like iron. They'll keep you warm in a pinch. They'll protect your car from any junk you might find and put in it.
This one actually has a really fun knit on it. I don't know if it's going to show
like
up on
squared.
the camera. It's like squared.
And it's $21.95, and it's a lap Afghan is what I called it, but it would also fit on the back of a love seat or a couch.
I think this one is
21.
No, are you
Nope,
sure?
it's on. Yeah.
Oh, did I pick that up from the
Yeah,
couch?
you did. I saw the tags. 21. Okay, this is a granny square. I love the colors. Like they remind me of so many of the DIY paint colors. This is a baby blanket size. It's $21.95. We've got like the mint. We've got the what's the green that just came out?
Oh.
I don't know. We've got royal blue on here.
Are you talking about juniper?
No, I'm talking about the DIY paint colors.
Oh.
Eden,
yes.
Yeah, and then this is that color that Dion came out with, the blue iris. It's really good. Anyways, $21.95. And then last but not least.
Is this crochet?
It's crocheted.
Someone crocheted this.
A children's apron with pockets.
The pockets on the front.
That's next level right there. And how much is that one?
$14.95.
$14.95. All right, that's it, guys. Thanks for joining us. If you like this video, be sure to share it out, give us a thumbs up, and subscribe to Jamie Ray Vintage for more
DIY. I don't even know if they can see me, but hopefully.
Oh, I don't know. We'll see you guys on the next episode. If they couldn't see you, they could hear you because we're mic'd up.
All right, we'll catch you guys later.
See you next week.
Thanks for hanging out.
It's going to be a good week. So.